To so many of us, the connection between Bobby Jones and Augusta National is understood and undeniable. But the connection between Jones and the Atlanta course that bears his name is a lesser-known story, one with a modest beginning and a recent renewal nearly a decade in the making. For more on that, here's Tim Rosefort.
Nearly 90 years ago, while Bobby Jones was overseeing the completion of Augusta National, he traveled to his hometown of Atlanta to hit the opening tee shot at the city's first public golf course, a course named in his honor.
When the golf course opened in November of 1932, he was deeply honored that his hometown, the city of Atlanta, would choose to honor him in such a way. He never really spoke much about his thoughts on the golf course, except to say that he did play on the opening day and never played it again.
When the course was going to be named after him, he really didn't necessarily want it to be done, but in typical Mr. Jones fashion, he thought it would be ungracious to say no. So he permitted his name to be used with it, but he really never had any connection with it.
The old golf course was an embarrassment to its name. It was short, it was quirky. You constantly had people getting hit with golf balls out here. It was an extremely dangerous layout and design. It was a real problem. If this were the Peach Creek golf course, it would have stayed as it was. But everybody rallied around it and recognized that it needed to reflect its namesake.
With that mandate in mind, in 2011, a group of Jones loyalists set about the 7.5-year journey to renew Bobby Jones Golf Course and to properly honor the legacy of arguably Atlanta's most iconic native.
Bobby Jones, in many ways, in the 1930s through the time of his death, was the embodiment of everything that is Atlanta. He was born here, he was educated here at Georgia Tech and later at Emory. He practiced law here. This was the place that he always called home. And in fact, he died here and is buried maybe 6 miles from where you and I are sitting right now.
And to have a golf course in his hometown with his name on it, it needs to be a special place.
The man responsible for overseeing the project was Marty Elgison, the Jones family lawyer.
I would say the entire process, I wondered whether we'd get this done. There were an awful lot of hurdles, financial, regulatory, construction.
The largest hurdle was the land the golf course sat on.
You had holes that would be just literally almost fairways touching each other, just separated by a line of trees. And so you might be coming down a fairway and have somebody hitting balls, especially if they were coming in a slice angle. You could be walking down a fairway and get beamed very, very easily.
The land simply wasn't large enough to hold a traditional 18-hole course. But architect Bob Cupp found a solution by borrowing design elements from the old course at St. Andrews, which had also influenced Jones's vision for Augusta National.
I had an epiphany. Those were his exact words. He said, I was thinking about St. Andrews being played in reverse. I think I can build a reversible 9-hole course. And of course I said, go for it.
Cupp's reversible design maximized the use of the land and includes 2 9-hole courses named Azalea and Magnolia. Not surprisingly, the design also borrowed features from Augusta National.
There's all fairway. There's no rough on this golf course, and as we all know, the original Augusta National design had no rough. And then it's also a minimalist design. There's only 27 bunkers on the course. Most of the defenses around the greens are chipping out of difficult areas, again, very reminiscent of Augusta National.
To increase variety, the course features large double greens that allow for 2 pin placements on each hole, 1 to play on the front 9 and 1 to play on the back 9. To accommodate varying levels of golfers, the course features an innovative tee system with 8 sets of tee boxes, ranging from 3,000 to 7,000 yards. The course opened last fall and will eventually serve as the headquarters of the Georgia PGA, the Georgia State Golf Association, and the Georgia Hall of Fame, as well as the home course for Georgia State University. What was once a quirky course, unworthy of Jones's name, has been transformed into an essential golf destination.
What it was and what it's become, you know, I think really the only thing with his name on it that wasn't excellent. And this thing is really going that way.
I was standing out here about a month ago with Bob Jones IV, right here on this spot, as a matter of fact. And he looked out over and he said, my grandfather was impressed.
My grandfather's reaction to this project would probably be to kind of brush it off with, oh, I don't understand what all the fuss is about. But when he got home and he sat down with his bourbon and water, he would probably have to make a wry smile that we did good.
What a smile. Between 1919 and 1930, Bobby Jones won 22 times in 51 competitive starts, including 13 major championships. After winning the Amateur, the Open, U.S. Open, and U.S. Amateur in 1930, Jones retired from competition at the age of 28. Did compete in 12 editions of the Masters, though, from 1934 to 1948. In 1978, a plaque at Founders Circle was dedicated to Jones. And it reads, a gentleman in every sense of the word, whose legendary feats as a golfer will inspire those who play the game in all the years to come. Great Bobby Jones, co-founder and president in perpetuity of the Augusta National Golf Club.